find a way for these two factions to battle.
So, Sean, based upon what you've seen up to this point, where do you think it's going to go from here?
Well, I mean, Culp is bored, so he wants a war. I'm
okay, yeah, that's a good point.
I'm assuming, they talked about there being peace for 10 years or whatever. I'm assuming they're saying peace with this village, but I'm not sure if they just mean peace because we haven't fought at all. But at some point, Caesar's going to tell everybody that there are humans or mutants still alive in the city. The mutants are going to come showing up. Aldo's going to say, we can't trust the humans over there. Look, you just showed up and they start shooting at you. We've got to go kill them. The mutants are going, we can't trust the apes. Look, they invaded our territory. And then they're going to have some sort of war. Maybe Caesar ends up ending it, and the mutants go back into hiding. I don't know, because still we don't know how the humans become mute and not so smart, besides mute. We still haven't set what happens in the next 1,000 years. And what's going on with the lawgiver telling all this? Yeah. And what's telling the lawgiver? What's his point in all this, telling this story? Who's he telling it to?
There's a lot of great ideas they could play with here. From the lawgiver telling the story backwards from these humans and what you said, what they become, but there's no exploration of that. They are simply surface level characterizations of, we are the bad guys because we live below the ground. We don't like apes. We have one maniacal person who wants to start a war.
I'm shocked that they haven't used the lawgiver to cover more bad transition stuff. Where go like, whenever our group is coming to the mutant city at first, or the bombed out city, the dead city, that's when you have voiceover of the lawgiver giving, talking about what they're doing. And lo, Caesar head out towards the dead city to discover what his parents had for him. And then at this, you could, as they're escaping, and lo, Caesar and Virgil and McDonald did escape from the mutant city, but they, and you cover them and they had 3 hard days back. You don't have to show it. You just say they had 3 hard days back, and you cover that, then getting back there.
That's true. You could have made this
is a story that the lawgiver is telling. It doesn't necessarily have to be completely factual, because it's historical records.
It's biblical at this point.
Ago. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been nice to. I mean, you've got Houston there, and he could probably run those lines in a couple of hours.
Yeah,
that would have been nice. And he shot that on a backlot, so there's no reason he couldn't have gone to the VO booth, but they just didn't think of that. But I think that might have provided the unity of it, and it could have helped us. It could have plugged a lot of these different things. But again, I still just struggle with, this is one of those movies where you're almost like, why did they make this other than a cash grab? Because there's just not a lot of story. You're not advancing. Every other one of the films, I think you can make without question an argument they are trying to change the mythos and to evolve it. Now, did they execute on that well? Maybe not. But they at least had goals in mind. With this one, it just seems like, other than we need to stir shit up so they can fight and this can be over.
Yeah.
Wow. There we are, minute 40.
I agree.
I don't think that we can probably beat this one too much more. And the Zoom gods were nice to us. We made it all the way through with that Zoom weirdly telling us to shut down.
Shut up.
Well, I know right now we're ending the week on getting back out of the city, right? So we're not stuck in the middle of a scenario, and we're looking forward to seeing what happens next. Are they pursued by people through the desert back to the city? Do they make it back to the city?
What is Caesar going to tell the group with the city when he gets back? What was the purpose of his journey?
Yeah, and yeah, kind of what we talked about. What do we walk away with from this moment?
Yeah.
What do we walk away from this moment, other than the fact that we've woken up a bee's nest, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The dead city awakes.
Well, okay, great. Then we've decided upon that. That's their whole point here, is just to step in and stir the bee's nest and create a problem.
When they didn't know it existed, now they've created their own problem.
Yeah. And hey, I'm okay with that setup. Now we know what this film, why they wanted to do it, and what it was. So there we have it. Our protagonists have stepped into the proverbial Bee's Nest. They have kicked it. They have got it going, and hopefully out of this we're going to get some battling. I guess that's where we're going.
For a planet.
So that's minute 40. We're going to hit up tomorrow with an in-between, which I kind of think we know what we're going to talk about, so we'll start that off in a minute. But everyone have a great day.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
The minute of the